Hey guys, welcome back to the Rainbow Wheels with Panos and Matt. We are reacting to episode 5 of Interview with a Vampire. Last episode was wild.
We were introduced to
Claudia, the little devil.
She is becoming a little Lestat. Miss Lestat.
Yeah.
Though she is leaning more towards Louis, no? It seems like they have a better bond, a closer bond.
But character-wise, she's more similar to Lestat.
She's similar to Lestat, but also the fact that they can, her and Louis can communicate telepathically in itself, leaves us with a better relationship.
Yeah.
At least for now, though we are seeing also how both of them are taking care of her, they're caring for her, and we also saw her go through a number of stages in her puberty, including falling in love and also killing her first love, which was quite crazy actually and quite sad. And her then also really going through that trauma and also self-harming at the end.
Yes.
You guys said it's going to get better and better. We do agree. If you want our full reaction, it's going to be on Patreon, so we're going to link it down below. Without further ado, let's go.
We're a family?
Yeah, with no secrets.
We're family.
I don't see that happening again.
Ooh, I think we're gonna find out a little bit more about Lestat because they started with Lestat got secrets.
A vile hunger for your hammering heart.
So he is human.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be drinking another vampire's blood, no?
No.
That answers it. I'd be like, babe, are you done?
Let my dog live.
She recorded all her killings?
You said you had cigarettes.
He's enjoying it.
The final words of her victims. The 42 pages, if I remember correctly.
How much is he drinking?
What?
What do you think will happen to Mr. Dulac when you publish this book? When the other vampires of the world get their hands on it?
Can you speak while a vampire is slurping on your arteries? This is a little...
Yes, why not?
We need to have this scientifically checked. This is disturbing and a little erotic, but mostly disturbing.
Rashid is an opinionated young man. He lives to share these opinions even when they are not solicited. What's he taste like?
I didn't ask that.
You were thinking it.
Of course he can read his mind.
Would you like to sample?
I'll wait till Dammit comes around.
That is
again.
disgusting.
What? He
Savory
stuffed
man
himself?
most days.
No. He stuffed himself with pineapple and, what did he say, strawberry?
Daniel here was wondering how much you weigh, Rashid, so I told
Stay
him.
out of my head.
Sleep, pray, eat, pray, swim, pray, etc.
Refill.
What? Why is he interested in how much Rashid is
He
weighing?
wants to know how much blood he's extracting.
I thought she was on a hunger strike.
What?
Was she starving herself?
It's been months. The meals are too meager.
My parenting is...
Sadistic.
So save your words when it comes to Claudia.
She's in there because of you. Ça suffit.
Ça suffit? Oh! It's not there.
She's dining out. As I said she was. Am I gonna be a virgin every single time I do it? Won't my skin down there grow back like my hair does when I cut it?
Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy, no? Like, the appearance doesn't change at all.
Oh, is he gonna read it as well now?
hope she doesn't see it.
Talk about being a hypocrite.
Oh wow.
Is that smart though?
So she just left him there, right?
Exactly, right? In a way, you're just leaving it there.
You read my...
All of it.
Whole families, half a parade crew, the incinerator will be overflowing. Where are the bodies?
Well, then I guess you better hope and pray your top man to clean up good.
Where are they?
Stop lying, Claudia.
Abandon them, okay? Way to town. Nothing out there for miles. No one's ever gonna find them.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's dangerous.
Never gonna
lying,
forget what
though,
happened here. I hate you both.
We're out of town.
Show me. Now get out of my room.
Below the river line. What
That's
happens
cool.
when the next storm comes out the Gulf?
The bodies will be floating on the river.
Flip, flip, flip.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna find one now. I
Yeah,
mean.
there you go. Oh, and they're gonna all have...
Oh, look, there's gonna be loads of them. Oh my
This is
God.
catastrophic. Girl.
I've been tapped on the shoulder from the long arm of Baton Rouge, I'm afraid. They're promising I only have to be in session about a third of the year, but... Yes, I am asking for your and Mr. Leon Core's support in my campaign for the Louisiana House of Representatives. The floaters.
I read about that in the papers. 6 bodies, was it?
6? Try 56.
Ooh.
How many?
56? Did you say 56?
That's what I heard, but
Every single one of those corpses has some soft part of it lopped off. Finger here, a toe. Hell, one poor woman was missing her left.
what? So what is she keeping, like, body parts
I
of
don't know
them?
what she's doing, but babe, she needs to be...
Sounds like there's a maniac on the loose.
Hmm.
You didn't invite us here for a campaign donation now, did you, Tom?
Both things can be true, Louis.
1 each.
Uh-oh. Oh!
What is he doing?
Good evening,
Oh,
sir. My
they're
name
already
is
checking.
Deputy Havisham. Am I speaking with the owners of this townhouse? Well, we've
Yeah,
got
how did you get
citizens
in?
Missing from Rue Royale, a young maid, not 2 doors over.
They?
Oh, I have a few deputies searching the premises. Makes for a more efficient intrusion.
She's just... She drunk?
Looks like it.
Deputy Havisham! Found this, sir.
Oh!
What is it?
It's an incinerator.
Oh, that's like the worst.
They found the air fryer.
We sell incinerators.
To various American cities.
Oh, that was a thumb.
No!
Oh, toad.
I
breasts.
saw it, I saw it. Don't say it, girl. No. Oh, no.
Oh, what is she doing?
We bring our clients here to demonstrate the product.
Oh, she has a whole person in there. Oh, what is she doing? Damn it.
I'm getting ready for bed.
Excuse me, miss.
It is my sworn duty to notify the
This is
clients
crazy.
as to the wine cellar on
This
the
is-
She's taking it too far.
She
like-
has reached a new level. As that is just gonna lose it now.
We'll be watching you, Mr. Dulac. Mr. Lee Court.
That's a problem.
You lost your goddamn mind.
Souvenirs.
Overnight in a jail cell with no coffin.
We did not bring souvenirs into the house. You wanted her. You fixed her.
And beer and whiskey.
But was it that they couldn't smell any of this? Like the body parts and whatever?
Girl, this is
You
crazy.
two have each other. Who's my Lestat? In 40 years from now, still little boys?
Oh, bless her.
Which one of you gonna fuck me?
You're not my type. I like a fuller figure.
Stop.
She's being impossible.
No matter how much blood I give them, they just lie there gasping.
What is this? Look at me. What have you done?
She's tried to turn them?
Make me one.
Because you turned out so well.
Because if you don't, I'm gonna go out there and find other vampires.
If you could find them, which you won't, they would shred you to strips.
Because you are a mistake.
How about you shut the fuck up?
You treat us like shit and you take it. Why is that? He's gotten tired of us, Daddy Lou. The housewife and the mistake.
I've been entertaining myself.
Come on. Don't run off. I know we made some...
Mistakes? The fire choking me, you carried me out through the flame and the smokes. But then why'd you take me home? Why not a hospital?
Barely breathe.
But I was breathing.
Aww. She blaming him now.
You think on that, so.
No, don't be like that. He did what he thought was right in that moment, no?
I had no words for her. What words were there? It all happened so fast. I was trying to save you.
Poor dear. She wasn't held enough in between ritualistic murders.
He's a bit of an asshole, right?
The girl who moves 1,000,000 books.
I won't have her exploited.
Won't matter what your intentions are. Or maybe inspire a line of sexy Claudia Halloween costumes.
Uh-oh.
Keep reading. Keep talking.
We should leave the city, start anew, turn a betrayal into an opportunity. New York, Chicago.
Paris?
No.
Why not Paris, Lestat? Tell us more.
You don't touch her room.
I think he has some history in Paris.
I would burn that room for all we know. She has some more souvenirs in there.
That was crazy.
That was wild. You can also see how they're both dealing with it differently, you know.
For 7 years.
7 years? She was gone for 7 years?
I know I can make it right again.
Little girl, I'm talking to you.
Oh, is she going to uni? To college?
Oh, just as I thought.
Who are you?
Little thief.
Bloody asshole.
What?
After you turn her in, after it makes you feel like a big man.
You are not allowed to ride one of those things on campus.
You can't read, I can't ride. This guy knows all the rules. You hungry?
A vampire.
Oh.
Ooh, look at her.
How did you recognize her so quickly?
The eyes, no? I was like, hold up now.
Ignoring all
What is going on here?
The role Claudia once mocked me for.
Oh, wow.
Why is it so messy?
These guys have...
Well, at least you're listening. I said they're thinking like yourself on fire. See if you would notice.
Hapless human I'm gonna kill in a few hours anyway. It's your fault she's gone.
Is
hadn't pushed.
Is this mess and this situation they're in really because she left?
Yeah. I cannot listen to this insanity.
Well, I guess partly, but also just because them two they were always difficult, you know. And I guess their relationship is just.
But this is a mess. 7 years later?
as the tourist carriages roll
Guys.
by, whispering tales of the weird brothers who encamped inside.
Used to work for Mr. Henry Ford in Detroit. Sent about 20 of us over to a place called Copenhagen to build a factory.
Oh no. They ate the boy. The schoolboy.
Fake
That's his
final
jacket.
death. Shipped back on a boat in a coffin.
Nah.
Got to hear my own funeral. Is that who's calling out your name every night? Is that Louis?
You heard his voice?
Now there's 3 of us. Got me wondering what it'd be like. Ride with
Oh,
others.
4 of them.
A little gang of vamps.
Little fang gang.
She didn't mention Lestat.
Yeah, but like, if he could hear Louis but not Lestat, does it
Lestat
mean...
wasn't reaching out to her.
You like books, right? I got a book.
She didn't mention Lestat, so that's a good thing, I guess. He doesn't need to know everything now.
A little older than you.
Well, for a second I thought maybe Lestat also made him.
I thought that too for a second, actually. Because Europe, no?
Europe, but then also maybe he couldn't read his mind, obviously.
How long you been?
About 5, 6 colleges or so. Always had a fondness for older women.
You're getting a little close there, Bruce.
You,
Oh god.
when you are a guest, shall show neither annoyance nor disappointment.
I thought he was being nice.
No, no.
Damn it.
There are 4 pages torn out.
I will not exploit her.
Did she tear them out? Doesn't seem like something she would do.
It's clear what happened.
I'd like to read it.
No.
What's going on here?
Did he do something to her?
Louis.
No, the
The other
guy.
guy.
And leaned down over me and torn out pages.
Oh.
Don't ask again.
Right, I'll be packing my bags. I'll be out of here.
Occasionally finds it difficult to talk about Claudia. Mr. Dulac would like to apologize and continue with the interview if you are in.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Wow. He's got nerves.
This is wild. Rashid, hold him down.
Still recording.
Also that he said like, oh, he would like to apologize instead of himself saying like, oh, I apologize, you know? He's still on animals.
Housekeeping staff of Vanderbilt University tried to rouse students who appeared to have fallen asleep at their studies, only to discover that they were, in fact, deceased.
She will start calling out to them, and I'm sure they're gonna go and save her. No, they have to.
I don't know, he seems checked out, you know, like he's moved on.
It could be her.
No. Lestat, I'm sure that he's gonna save her. He loves her. This level of trauma,
And like Claudia,
this behavior.
I am a full-blooded adult.
Close proximity.
But I mean, between them, like
These
he,
two.
it seems like he moved on, like he's checked
Oh, I see
out,
what
you
you
know,
mean.
like...
Yeah, but it's just a different way of coping. No, it's a coping mechanism. They're coping differently.
For your forgiveness.
See, both of them. Oh, it's Grace.
Meet you.
What happened?
Levi?
We're headed north. Crash cleaned us out. And don't offer. Because I'm not asking. You're not my Louis. You can't be.
Why did you want to see him then? Oh. No. No, she declared him dead.
God never talked back, so
That is bad.
this is how it has to be. For me. For my family.
Aww. Aww. I feel sad. Right, if you consider what a strong bond they had.
Oh, okay, husband was waiting there.
I spend time following Louis and Lestat now that I am my own woman. With no obvious sense of why I follow them, other than meaning slowly disintegrates without them.
So it's interesting, they can't function without each other, it seems, no?
I finally understood something so obvious, which I pondered for a decade. Why they made me
Family.
to be Louis' sister.
But also good to see that this other vampire is not in the picture anymore, at least. Oh, she's back. She's back just in time to clean up the mess.
I've come to apologize. I put you both in a bad spot.
Apology not accepted.
I knew it.
Quick stop home to do laundry before you fuck off for good.
A quick stop to pick up Louis.
What?
What if she led the other vampire to them by mistake?
You're going to cross the ocean and take on a society of monsters.
What I've read is lies, then tell me what's true. 7 years and what's changed other than you need a housekeeper?
Not wrong.
Vampires out there are vicious. Oh,
She's met one.
but you've learned that already. Who did you meet out there in the American hinterland? I never asked. How did Charlie taste? Like the love you'll never really know?
When he's scared, he ridicules.
Destined to live an inconsequential little life.
And we took it from him.
Come with me, Louis.
Louis.
I thought I could live without you, but I was wrong.
Louis!
His love is a small box he keeps you in. Don't stay in it. Please come with me. Let's meet vampires worthy of your love.
Oh god.
No, they're fighting!
They're flying through the whole house. Ooh.
Oh, you know, when he's talking about these European vampires, he is one of those.
Wow, but I'm sure they're worse than him.
These two. Shit!
Literally destroying the whole house.
Talk about an abusive relationship. What is she gonna do?
No, the fighting is not over.
I fought myself a million times.
Is he pulling him?
Fought my nature.
He is pulling him.
Controlled my temper.
Uncle Les.
Why is he gonna burn him? Or try to burn him?
It's Uncle Les now, suddenly.
Oh.
I chose you.
Dude! What?
What is he doing?
He can fly? No. This is unreal crazy. Is he's actually killing him, no?
I have waited
This is wild.
For you to love me as I love you. Say at the start, I am never going to love you. It would help me a great deal. You're quivering.
This is
for lips. Let go of me.
Yeah, he will let you go. He will drop you.
Anything for you.
Is she gonna catch him? Can she catch him? No. Oh. What? I mean. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh my god, all his bones must be broken. How did he survive that?
Wow, this is incredible. This is the end? What? I mean, this episode. What? I mean,
It suddenly went into a completely different direction than I thought.
it's just crazy. I mean, I just need to
collect your thoughts.
Collect them. I need to find them some. It's just crazy. Like, this is surreal suddenly. It just became, I don't know what it became. It's just, I can't put it into words. But it also just shows you Lestat is just, if you don't play by his rules,
he will drop you.
Literally. But you also just see how powerless they are compared to him, you know. He is that... I mean, he's lived 160 years. He survived a lot. He also talks about the vampires in Europe, which also just made him stronger, right? Survival of the fittest. And we've briefly seen her, obviously, encounter this other vampire, and he could have probably also just killed her, you know?
Yeah. But also, I guess, because he is obviously eating humans, drinking their blood.
He's been doing it for 160 years.
Right? He's a lot stronger because Louis is just surviving on animals,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. But also, not just that, he is not embracing who he is, right?
He
again,
probably didn't explore
his powers. He didn't develop them.
Yeah.
There is no evolution.
Yeah.
Lestat, who knows, you know? He probably had to develop and fight for his life multiple times, and now he is this ultra strong vampire. I mean, he can fly.
I mean, but also he's like over 100 years old, right?
Yes.
And Louis has been a vampire for a decade now.
Yeah.
So...
Well, maybe a little more, but also the fact that probably that Lestat is actually their maker. I'm assuming that he just has that power over them.
Maybe.
I'm thinking. It does appear that... I was about to say Gabriella. It does, again, it does appear that Claudia either brings happiness or misery, right?
Yeah.
So her leaving is not a good thing, but then also her coming back is not a good thing.
Well, I think eventually it's gonna be good for Louis
that she came back.
Yeah. But obviously Lestat is not happy with it. But it's funny, like, we started the episode with Claudia, right? Struggling with who she is, being stuck in this, like, teenage body, not being able to
grow,
have a relationship with someone.
Age.
She's envious of the relationship that Louis and Lestat have.
A relationship.
And then
she starts killing willy-nilly. And collecting
body parts. And like just killing
when she opened that drawer.
Random people and like just leaving them like somewhere in the water, you know?
When she opened that drawer and we both recognized what it was, and you were trying to say it, and I was like, it's okay, you don't just say it. We both saw it. It's fine. Leave it there. We both saw it. I was like, and then suddenly
that was wild.
she
But that they
opens-
both
didn't notice.
didn't notice.
When she opened that wardrobe and there was this half dead
Guy,
human cadaver, whatever, I was like, how did they not notice that? Right, the fingers may be okay.
They should be able to hear it, smell it.
That was
like
crazy.
You know,
That was
like,
crazy.
But then, you know, she leaves.
She runs away. She runs away.
She runs away for 7 years.
So, according to that other vampire who followed her, he said, 5 colleges? So she basically was jumping around.
I guess she was like, you know, going to college, reading a few books,
eating a few boys,
and then obviously after a while she was like, I need to move on, you know, otherwise it's going to become too obvious.
But he even said to her, you're not hiding your tracks, you know. She was obviously burying them or trying to drown them, but he said, you're not doing it properly. Like, you're sloppy. And obviously that's how he was able to find her. Plus, he was able to locate her more or less with Louise calling out for her.
Yeah.
So
and
that
her
itself,
calling out to him, I guess, maybe in her sleep or something.
I don't think she was calling out to him. No, she was keeping hidden. She was keeping hidden. Like, even that scene when he was at the graveyard with when he met the sister, like, she was even there, but in like fully hidden from him. I don't think she was actually calling out for him.
But didn't he say, the guy, that he could hear her call Louis' name as well?
No, I thought it was the other way around.
I thought it was both ways.
That's why he was, and that's why he was drawn to her, or finding her, because he was just fascinated by that name. Let's talk about the scene with his sister. I just thought, okay, they're just moving, but she actually declared him dead, right? Which is basically, I don't want to see you ever again, right?
Yeah, but also realizing, as she said, like, you're not my brother.
You're not my brother
like, you're
anymore.
someone else, you know, and her maybe coming to terms with it. Like, okay, he's not my brother anymore. He's not human. He is something else.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna bury him, you know?
Quite literally, yes. And then obviously they decided to move up north because the crash took everything from them. You know what I'd have to say, though? I have to say, she buries him, right? And closes that chapter. But then at the same time, she brings up money again. Where I'm like, you little bitch, right? She obviously talks about the crash and we need to move up north and Levi found some work in Boston. And then she's like, oh, don't even offer it, right? And I'm like, I don't think he offered it.
Mm-hmm.
And why are you bringing it up
But
again?
maybe she knows him, right? He probably would have
Probably
offered it.
I don't know. Anyway, she was always I mean, yeah, I guess she would always take that money. She was always taking the money from him, you know. So in a way, I'm like, he did a lot for you. Even if he's not your brother anymore, he did a lot for you. So, and he never, even if he's not your brother anymore, he's never. I mean, obviously, she doesn't know that he almost ate the baby. She doesn't know that. Could you actually imagine her watching? She wouldn't have been so cool. No, it's just sad because they did have such a lovely bond, you know.
Yeah. But then obviously that scene at the same time was important as well for Claudia because she was observing him and she saw how destroyed he was, right? Afterwards, like he was crying. And she said that's when she realized
she understood her role.
Why they turned her.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
she was meant to be...
Not why they turned her. She understood why Louis turned her, right?
Yeah.
Because she did actually blame him. She said, why did you not take me to the hospital? Right? You had the choice.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
he said, you were barely breathing. But then she replied, but I was breathing, you know? Yes, I wasn't breathing properly, but that breathing that I had. It could have been, but then it's just great. I mean, it's beautifully written. It's beautifully written. You know, the connection for her to be like, okay, you know what? I understand why he didn't take me to the hospital. And then she decides to come back and rescue him, you know, where she literally calls out and says, let's leave, come with me.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I think as well there in that moment when Lestat obviously called out his name, and then for the first time, Louis did not respond. You know, usually Louis would respond, and then Lestat would know, okay, I got him back. You know, he's back with me. He's in my control in a way. But he realized at that moment that actually no, he was longing for Claudia, and Claudia was the one that now was that priority in Louis' life, and Lestat no longer.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe that's why it was this tipping point why Lestat then turned into this monster.
Yeah, but I guess it was also this build-up of 7
Frustration?
years.
Yeah.
Just living
in this mess.
You know, and like I guess over those years, their relationship has just become
unraveled.
Yeah, unraveled,
Completely.
weak. I think obviously also because Claudia left, but just between them two.
You know what I thought was interesting as well, to your point, the relationship unraveling, and then there is this moment where right before she runs away, she actually says to Louis that Lestat is seeing someone else, which was obviously the singer, right? I forgot her name, Antoinette or something.
Yeah.
And then Lestat says to Louis, I will get rid of her soon. Then she runs away, but then we see that scene where Louis is on the bed reading, where he eats that rat. And then you see how Lestat is getting ready, he's getting dressed, and then you see how she's waiting downstairs. And it was a lie. He did not get rid of her. So again, you see there where, like we said, you know, that relationship unraveling, and he's making a promise, oh, I'll get rid of her, but actually he's not, because he's just accepted, right, that downfall of the relationship. And at that point, he just put himself first and said, you know what, I'm not going to get rid of her, because she is giving me something. I'm getting something from her. Something that I'm not getting from Louis. That love or whatever he was looking for, you know, that longing, that belonging.
I think that was the issue, you know. I think Lestat was quite happy with Claudia being away. I don't think he was that affected by it.
Affected, but not that affected.
But as he's now said at the end, he was patiently waiting for Louis' love, you know.
Yeah.
From his point of view, he loves Louis and he was giving this love, but he was like, you know what, I'm gonna patiently wait. I know like Louis is going through something, right? He's depressed or maybe like just missing Claudia and just not doing anything with his life. That's what it looked like, you know.
Well, he was depressed. He was going through a depression.
But you know, Lestat was like, I was patiently waiting, but
I'm over it.
He kind of realizes
he'd be waiting for an eternity.
Maybe nothing will come back. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. What a roller coaster of an episode.
But yeah, I think as brutal as it was, I guess it was good for Louis now that this happened, because he realizes, Lestat is not good for him, and maybe it is a good thing for him to leave with Claudia, because they have a good relationship anyway. This is like brother and sister, you know, and he needs to get away from him.
Yes to the leaving. I'm not sure he can actually leave, because right now he can't even walk.
Yeah,
Lestat almost took him to the bloody moon.
That was crazy.
Because at this point,
it's almost like I'm your maker, right? I made you. If you don't love me, like if you don't want me, okay, like I'm gonna kill you.
I'm gonna end you. I'm gonna end you. That moment when he was pulling him on his Adam's apple, I was like, guys, who's coming up with these things? Who's coming up with these ideas? And then the scene where he lifts him and they're on the street and then suddenly they start floating. I thought that was such a Dracula moment. You know, that was so theatralic. I was like, what is going on here? And Claudia couldn't believe what was happening. She was like, why did I come back to this mess? Bitch. That was crazy. And then they're floating, and you're just like, bitch, Lestat is in full control. You don't want to mess with this European bitch. And he obviously talked about European vampires, and I was like, he was referring to himself. That is crazy.
But I do think like
Ruthless.
there will probably be other vampires in Europe that are even worse than him.
Do you think we'll ever see them?
Yeah.
In the show?
I think I hope they might be traveling to Europe after this. It's like I want to get away. I want to get away from this. Like
yeah. So at this point, Louis is in the garden, right on that little pavement situation where he landed. So Claudia actually needs to take him in, needs to drag him in because he can't move.
Yeah.
I don't think Lestat's gonna move him. Lestat probably will move him to the incinerator and then burn him. Claudia needs to bring him in.
That's what I thought when he was dragging him.
I thought that as well.
Oh, he's gonna.
But Claudia needs to bring him in because once the sun comes up, he's gonna be cooked. So
I wonder how quickly he can heal.
He probably needs to drink blood though to heal, and I don't think those rats and squirrels are gonna do it for now. He will need a couple of liters to recover, and a couple of good night sleeps in that coffin. Maybe an aspirin or something as well. Couple of paracetamols.
Maybe two.
Because he must be having a headache after this. Being thrown around and pushed through the walls and punched.
Before he lands, maybe he's gonna start flying as well.
I thought that too. In that situation when you're just, it's a near-death experience.
Yeah,
Suddenly
like an instinct.
Yes.
But
like in X-Men 2, when Jean Grey at the end, when she stops the water right at the Alcala Lake, and it's a near-death experience, she turns into the Dark Phoenix, right? Something like that. It's a near-death experience, and he turns into a level 5 mutant or something. That would be funny.
5 vampire.
Imagine him floating back up and be like, "I'm Storm, bitch," and then electrocuting Lestat, and Lestat dropping down like a little potato, like a little French potato with some crème fraîche. Anyway, enough with the jokes. This was episode 5. Let's refer to it as episode trauma. Because this was traumatic.
Very.
I don't know what you guys think, but I'll have trouble sleeping after this. Maybe not. No. You know what? The scene with him pulling him on the Adam's apple, that was a lot.
You'll be dreaming about that.
I'll be dreaming about that. That was a lot. That was crazy. And maybe also that tit in that drawer. That was funny. That was funny, disturbing, and disgusting all at the same time. It
looks like a blob,
I think it's just deformed because it was surrounded by socks and whatnot, and then it was just in that corner. What a show! What an episode!
Yep.
Episode 5. Thank you guys for being back with us. We are going to link our Patreon below if you want to see the full reaction. There's going to be more videos as well, playlists, and all of that. Leave a comment. We enjoy having you watch our reactions and interact with us. And thank you for being here, and we'll see you for the next one.
Bye.
Bye.